Hello, today is Saturday the 8th of June 2019 and I am in Canton Uri in Switzerland. I am at 2,400 meters altitude and that is up from Göschenen. That is Göschenen. It's a glacial lake that was turned into a hydroelectric dam, and I came from see where that snow ravine is dripping down sort of from that mountain, snow-filled ravine. So I came from the base of that at 1,000 meters of altitude. So I've been I sort of ascended 1,400 meters, and I'm going to Bergseehütte, which should be just around the corner. This is sort of like one of the last steep bits. And hopefully once we turn the corner we can see the hut. Today the weather was amazing. The sort of like the path to the path up this mountain was dry up until like maybe like 10 minutes ago. And this is just residual snow that is probably gonna be gone in like 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know what the temperature is. It must be something like 10 degrees Celsius or more. It feels quite warm. I'm in a shirt, especially if you're climbing. And yay! Ooh, look at this. Yeah. So sometimes in spring there's like snow bridges and places like that that are not super safe because the snow gets hollowed out from underneath and then you step on it and then it gives way. And ta-da! The reward of at the end of a 6-hour hike of almost 1,400 meters of altitude gain, whoops, is Bergseehütte. Let's see. There's a... oh, that's an airplane. There was a mountain patrol helicopter flying around not so long ago. They pay attention to people who sort of like venture too far in spring. And somewhere below the hut there should be the lake, but I don't know if it's frozen over still or if you can see sort of like the water surface. I think you can see the lake from the cannon. So see, if you step, like you can go, your foot gets stuck under those stones. It's just nasty. Oh my god, it's so nice up here. It's already super warm in Zurich. It's like 30, well, it oscillates, but on the hot days it's 30 degrees Celsius. And it came on all of a sudden, sort of the heat wave. And it basically caused all of my spring flowers that were still had foliage on, caused them to wilt. Which is normal, but usually it happens more gradually as the temperature warms up, not like over just 3 days. But on the bright side, I think I was very successful with my spring bulbs this year. And as far as I can tell from sort of like how they swell Sort of like how they, you know, like made room around where the stalk comes out of. I think they multiplied quite vigorously, so probably 3x or so, which is not nothing. So next year I'm gonna, oh look at that, no, don't bite me. So next year I'm gonna have to divide them. Yay, I made it. Ta-da! So that is Bergseehütte. There in summer you can climb up there and you can cross through that saddle into the other valley that leads to Treeline and then down to Realp. And that is Göschenen, and there is the Gotthard tunnel, the famous Gotthard tunnel, which always gets traffic congested on the days before holidays because everybody wants to drive south to Italy. So there's only two ways to drive from Switzerland, from northern Switzerland into Italy, like either through the Gotthard tunnel or over the pass, but the pass is closed in winter, so there's that. Let's go see the lake. Grazie. There it is. Still frozen though. So Bergsee in German means mountain lake. See means lake. I guess it can also mean sea, but in this context it means lake. And Berg means mountain. So Bergsee means mountain lake, and whoops, Bergseehütte means mountain lake cabin. So there's the lake. As you can see, still frozen solid, but it's sort of like showing signs of melting at the edges. So in about a month from now, this place will be super inviting for sunbathing. But right now it is what it is. Yay! So 2 years ago, for New Year's Eve, I went to Kellenalphütte, which is in that valley. You keep going for a while, and it's a little bit higher than where we are now, and much further back. So into sort of like that valley is a dead end, and it's sort of at the back of that valley. But I went there on New Year's Eve, obviously, so I climbed up on December 31st, and I remember it took me from 7 a.m. 6 a.m. It took me until 4 p.m. and I was starting to get leg cramps because I ran out of blood sugar and I ran out of liquid water, and it was all sort of very adventurous. But I tried doing something very similar the year afterwards, and New Year's Eve there's basically full of snow all over. Oh look, there's so one of the fascinating things for me about coming to the mountains is observing the flowers. So look where these guys grow. There's barely any soil there, and yet they're growing. Okay, I think I'm gonna sit here for a while and then relax, and then I'm gonna go back to the cabin and prepare my sleeping bag and everything for the evening, and my meals and everything. One nice thing about hiking in spring or just at the start of summer is that there are a lot of streams and you never run out of water. Like, I can hear them. Can you hear that? I can hear them even now. Somewhere in the back. Okay, see you later.